Hey wrestling fans, this is Rick from rickswrestlingblog.com. Hey, we need to talk about BattleGround. WWE's pay-per-view, it's right around the corner, about a week away now, and this pay-per-view is looking really good. So I want to let everybody know that I went ahead and I got the new game. Here's the new game, got it up on my website. And the new game, it's got a lot of great matches on it, and that's the thing that got me a little surprised considering that last year's Battleground was horrible. This year's Battleground is phenomenal, and SummerSlam's right behind it. So it's a little surprising for me because I would think that some of these matches they were gonna save for SummerSlam, but it looks like Battleground's gonna get these matches instead. Now I have a feeling that it's because the WWE Network promotion that they're doing, and they want as many people as possible to buy it for SummerSlam especially, and so we'll see. That's probably the reason. But you've got some matches on here that I thought that they were gonna kind of save over here for SummerSlam. So we'll see how it goes. Let's talk about this game and let's talk about the matches. Okay, so like I said, it's an Excel spreadsheet on my website. Go up to www.rickswrestlingblog.com, go to Wrestling Games, and go to Pay-Per-View, and you'll find it out there, WWE Battleground 2014. You'll see this video, and you'll actually see a little Excel spreadsheet that you can download so that you can go ahead and print that, and of course, like I said, Excel, so you can add to it or subtract, whatever you want to do to it. Alright, let's talk about the first one, Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. I think it's a good match. I love Chris Jericho. The only thing is that Chris Jericho is here to build up other wrestlers. I mean, when's the last time really Chris really won a match? I mean, yeah, he beat The Miz the other day, but he loses to Orton. He lost to he's a part-timer. So he's coming in like an RVD, and RVD is just here to make others look good. And so is this really a challenge for Bray Wyatt? I think it's going to be a fun match to watch. I think it's going to be kind of cool, but I don't ever expect Chris Jericho to win any matches against Bray Wyatt. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. And the interesting part is what they're going to lead to going into SummerSlam, because I don't really see right now Bray Wyatt going after anybody, challenging anybody going into SummerSlam. So I have a feeling it's going to be a Chris Jericho, Bray Wyatt SummerSlam match. So we'll see. What could make it interesting is if they do this face turn that they're talking about, where Bray Wyatt turns face and Chris Jericho turns heel, and that would be intriguing. Supposedly would be intriguing, and you see that for SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens. And I don't care if Chris Jericho turns heel, but he's still here to put over other wrestlers. So what's the big deal, honestly? The WWE World Heavyweight Championship with John Cena, Roman Reigns, Kane, and Randy Orton. And let's face it, the only outcome I see here is John Cena walking away with the title. And why? Because I believe in SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar is going to challenge John Cena for the title and probably win that title. So I don't see Roman Reigns winning that title temporarily, or possibly Orton, but I mean, why would they take it away from Cena after just a few weeks of holding it, and then take it away from Orton after a few weeks of holding it at SummerSlam? So it just doesn't make sense. The only thing that makes sense is that John Cena will retain the title, and that Brock Lesnar is going to challenge John Cena for SummerSlam for that title, and will probably win that title. So don't expect anything out of that match, really. Intercontinental Title Battle Royal. I'm not a fan of battle royals for the title. It's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's a shame what happened with Bad News Barrett. He was just starting to get his groove on, and something like this happens. Just like the Daniel Bryan situation, and it really kind of hurts. But let's take a look at who's so far part of that battle royal, because they could be assigning more people. But so far, you've got RVD, Axel, Big E, Cesaro, Ryback, Sheamus, Fandango, Bo Dallas, Damian Sandow, Alberto Del Rio, The Great Khali, Kofi Kingston, and Dolph Ziggler. And there could be more that they throw in there. And it's a battle royal, so they could really fill it up with anybody that they're not using. But honestly, look at the participants. Who can we expect to walk away with the title, especially going into SummerSlam, okay? RVD? No, they're not giving him the title. He's losing every match. He's just here to put other people over. Axel? Curtis Axel? No. Big E, nah, he had his chance with the title already. Cesaro, the only one on this list, honestly, that I can see winning the title. Cesaro going into SummerSlam as Intercontinental Champion. And then who's going to challenge him? That's going to be the big question there. But I could only see Cesaro right now winning this title. Ryback, no. Sheamus, he's already got the U.S. title, no. Fandango, no. Bo Dallas, possibility, but I think it's way too early, so I don't think that they're going to give him the title, not yet at least. Damian Sandow, no. Alberto Del Rio, oh, there, maybe, but I doubt it. But maybe. The Great Khali, no way. And Kofi Kingston, nope. Dolph Ziggler, he's the other one that has a slight chance, but I doubt it. The WWE hasn't really been using him, not for quite a while already. So look at it. There's certain people like Kofi Kingston. You put Kofi Kingston in that match. Why? Because it's a battle royal. He's gonna do his little dancing around. He's gonna be flipped over, and not touch the floor, somehow get back in there, or he's gonna be tossed out and jump on top of the rail, and he's gonna put on a little show. It's what the Kofi Kingston character does. So that's why they put Kofi in there. Khali. Why would you put the Great Khali in there? The only thing I can figure out as why they put Khali in there is because they want Cesaro to do one of his big moves, whether it be pick Khali up or do the swing or do something to a big guy so that the fans can get behind him again, because it seems that lately they've kind of dulled out on him a little bit, and I don't blame them, because I don't like what the WWE and Paul Heyman's really doing with Cesaro right now. They're not doing nothing. Let's get back into it, I mean, Cesaro's a great wrestler. All right, WWE Divas Champion. The championship match, AJ Lee versus Paige. Now, supposedly we saw Paige turn heel at that match with AJ Lee when she lost the title. However, that didn't officially happen because, of course, they come out, they're teaming together, she's smiling, blah, 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 blah. And listen, I expect this to be a match where Paige officially turns heel. But here you go. What do you build up towards SummerSlam? Because AJ Lee needs to defend this title. So there's no one right now that's built up to win this title. The only two involved in the title hunt right now is Paige with AJ Lee. So here's another match that I expect them to carry over to SummerSlam. But they're gonna have to make it interesting. So I believe that Paige will turn heel at BattleGround and do something to make this match interesting. In fact, I might also say Paige will beat AJ for the title to make it an interesting rematch for SummerSlam. But this time Paige going in there as a heel and versus AJ and having a full title match. Now, if that were to happen, I think AJ would win the title back, but we'll see. I think that they need to do something with that though, because what else do they have building up? Naomi and Cameron. Okay, they have that building up, and I'm surprised they didn't put that for BattleGround, to tell you the truth. I think they'll put that for SummerSlam or pre-show or something. But those two have to settle their issue. So I'm surprised. I expected to see AJ and Paige at SummerSlam and Naomi and Cameron at BattleGround. But that obviously didn't happen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I'm predicting that Paige will turn heel. I'm also predicting she's going to take the title from AJ. Right. The WWE Tag Team Championship match, 2 out of 3 falls. Usos versus Harper and Rowan. These guys have been putting on some really great matches lately, and I tell you what, I predicted that the Usos were going to retain the titles in the last pay-per-view, and they did, and I was excited when that happened. And going into BattleGround, there's no other tag teams really built up. So here's the thing. I think you can either go for SummerSlam, you can either do Usos to defend the title against Stardust and Goldust, who have been building up momentum again. Or you could have Harper and Rowan as new tag champions go into SummerSlam and defend against... Well, see, they're going to have to repeat their defense against the Usos unless they just do that on Raw or SmackDown and then go ahead and do it against Goldust and Stardust, and they'll defend the titles there. 2 out of 3 falls, and this one's a hard one for me to call because I think it can go either way. But I'm going to say that the Usos will retain their title again, 2 out of 3 falls. I just think I just think the Usos, they won it last time, and I think that cemented them as a great tag team. And this will do that even more if they can just retain the titles this time. But going into SummerSlam, there's a good chance they'll lose it if they don't lose it here at BattleGround. So this one's a tough one for me to call. But right now, I'm going to say that the Usos are going to go ahead and retain 2 out of 3. All right, match that I've been looking forward to, and they announced it for BattleGround, and honestly, they haven't really officially announced it. So Zeb Coulter put out a challenge for Rusev and Lana so that they can fight at BattleGround, against Jack Swagger. But as of this writing, that wasn't accepted yet. Now, I expect it to be accepted, and so I put that on the game. So, if for some reason it's not there, it'd be pretty odd if they don't accept that match. But that's pretty odd. I really expected that match to be a SummerSlam match, and it looks like it's not gonna be a SummerSlam match. Looks like it's gonna be a BattleGround match. But the WWE has a really good chance right here to really pick up Swagger and put him where I feel he belongs. Because the guy can wrestle. The guy, he can do some stuff in that ring, And with Coulter being his mouthpiece, these two are great together. So Rusev and Lana have been good heels right now. And to put the USA versus America coming into BattleGround, a little disappointed for BattleGround match, but excited for the match, but I just wanted it for SummerSlam because I think it'd be huge. I think it would be great if Swagger could actually beat Rusev at BattleGround. Do I expect that to happen? No, I don't. I think Rusev's going to beat him. But then I think they're going to build this up and build this up and build this up. That SummerSlam is going to come around. It's going to be Swagger and Rusev again. And I'm really hoping, I don't know yet, but I really hope Swagger could pull a victory out. I think it would be huge for his career. And I don't know if it'll happen, though. I don't know. Anyway, I'm expecting a great match. I do expect Rusev to win the first match. All right. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. This was just announced. And I'm surprised about this one because I really thought these two would fight, but I thought that they would fight for SummerSlam, and I thought it would be for the briefcase. But it looks it's not going to be for the briefcase, but it's going to be at BattleGround. But I'm expecting that match is going to carry over for the briefcase into SummerSlam. So here's another carryover match that I believe is going to happen. Because right now you don't really have anything going on with Rollins against anybody else. It's been Dean Ambrose and Rollins. So how quickly can you switch them to somebody else right before SummerSlam? And same thing with Dean Ambrose. Him and who? You could do something like him and Kane, who's gotten involved with him a little bit, maybe Orton. But I think the best thing for Rollins is to have Dean Ambrose as his challenger for SummerSlam for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Anyway, this is a good match for BattleGround, and I'm expecting Rollins to walk away the winner. I don't expect Dean Ambrose to win this one. All right, on the game, I actually put a bunch of questions. I've actually got 8 more questions on there too that we can. The idea with these other ones, you circle the winner, but the ones for these questions, obviously, it's 1 point for every correct answer. So, for example, Jericho and the Wyatt, how will that match be decided? So you select pinfall, count out, disqualification, whatever, submission. For the WWE Championship, who will submit or be pinned to end the match? So obviously that's pretty straightforward. Who will be the last 2 men in the Battle Royal battling for the IC title? All right, fill out those 2 names, and at the end of the pay-per-view, who will end up as the Divas champion? Because let's say you could do the challenge for the championship, but the winner of the match could be by a DQ. So it could be that Paige wins somehow, but didn't win the title. At the end of the pay-per-view, who's going to be the tag team champions with the same scenario? And Jack Swagger, will he break free from the Accolade at least once? And I'm saying yes. He's going to break free. He's going to be the first person to break free at least one time. And how will the Dean Ambrose and Rollins match end? How will it be decided? By count-out, pinfall, submission. And what will be the match of the night? Alright, and the match of the night is actually the best guess from the group, as or at the end of the night, it has to be unanimous to say, hey, this is the best match of the night. All right. Anyway, so it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be an excellent pay-per-view. I'm really surprised they're doing this well with the pay-per-view, this quality, this caliber. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And well, that's it for now. So hey, like I said, you can download it from my website. All right. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.